So the other day, I ran a poll on LinkedIn asking folks how long they thought a CEO transition should take. And as you can see, overwhelmingly, people think it should take 1 year or less, which in reality is just too short an amount of time. So let's look at the parameters that would influence this. First, let's assume that the new CEO is going to be an internal candidate. For an internal candidate, you want to allot at least 18 months to get that person prepared. Now, recently, I was working with a client who had chosen an internal candidate, but had done absolutely nothing to introduce that individual to what a CEO does. So in that case, to be safe, I would say we're talking 2 or 3 years. So the first consideration is, are they an internal candidate? And if they are, that's great because they'll have a much better working knowledge of the organization as a whole. They'll know the department heads and the business unit leaders. They'll understand the values and the culture of the organization. So that saves you a lot of time in bringing the new person up to speed. But what people don't really recognize is how much that CEO is carrying around in his or her head. For the example that I just shared with you, I made a list of all of the knowledge and capabilities because it's not just knowing stuff, it's being able to do stuff. I came up with 10 categories that their current CEO was going to have to transfer to the new person who, again, had absolutely no idea what a CEO does. Here's the list of categories, which, of course, had many, many topics under each one of these headings. Legal, contracts, financials, people management, stakeholders, collaborative relationships, business development, competitive advantage, systems and technology, strategic planning. The people management heading alone had 13 subtopics underneath it. Now, if we take the opposite view and you are bringing in someone from outside, generally, you're going to hire an experienced CEO. You generally don't hire a hypo to replace an experienced CEO, right? So someone from the outside probably has a lot of business intelligence, industry knowledge. They have contacts and networks within the field, but you're going to have to bring them up to speed on how your organization works. Who will be the people that will be reporting to them? What are those people's perspectives on how the business and their particular departments are run? Unfortunately, one of the hiccups that I see over and over again is that in companies that have grown up slowly over time, so in other words, the founder is also the CEO, departments and business units get added as needed, and people assume leadership roles as needed. They tend to run their departments or their business units in their preferred way. So it's really hard for an external CEO to come in and learn 10, 12, 15 people's different methodologies for running their departments. It's very hard to bring in an external CEO when you don't have internal cohesion regarding how the company is run. So, in an effort not to make this video too long, the answer to the question, how long does a CEO transition take, is if they're an internal candidate and you have taught them nothing, you just have chosen a high potential candidate, but you've not taught them anything about being a CEO yet, that transition should be given at least 18 months because there's a lot of executive level knowledge and skill they're going to have to be exposed to and master so that the original founder can step away. And if you're hiring an external CEO, I would highly recommend that you keep the original CEO on hand so that the two could overlap for a good year. And I expect that a lot of the current department heads and business unit owners will defect because they've been running their own ship their own way for a long time. They've probably come up through the organization. They've had a long relationship with the current CEO, and that CEO trusts them to do their own thing. But a new CEO is not going to allow for that. It's not going to be efficient. So, guaranteed, they're going to start instituting policies and frameworks, and that will make current people uncomfortable. There can be tension, there can be defection, and you're going to have to be prepared for the turmoil that will follow. An internal candidate will likely be better received. And if you have the time to do it, I would highly recommend that you choose your future CEO now and you slowly start to transfer knowledge and responsibility to that person. Maybe you have them start running executive meetings, have them be the liaison for all stakeholders, have them take over the day-to-day operations while the current CEO continues long-term planning and strategizes for the future. So you're giving your current CEO the headspace to get things ready for a transfer. If you slowly and surely get that internal person prepared by giving them more and more responsibilities and eventually handing over the reins to the CEO role, that CEO will be able to walk away confidently and know that their company is going to maintain its market share, its contracts, its financials, etc. And that ideally is going to be a good 3 years.